but I really can have a completely different look depending on what my hair looks like, you know? Hey, my lovelies, how are you? Yes, it's me, Patrice. Nice close-up look at me. Yes, this is my first wig. My daughter was telling me that this looks like a Dominican blowout. What do y'all think? I figured it looked very close to what I thought my hair would look like if it was blown out. And I will let you know why I did it. So stay on to find out. First, let me just let you know I'm so grateful to have you here. Welcome to my channel. Make sure you're subscribed and you've clicked the bell. And let's get started. Okay. All right, so this is my first wig. Just wanted you to see how long it was. It's kind of like bra length. And I've decided that this is how long I want my hair to grow for my next next goal is for, I think it's going to be about 3 or 4 more inches, because right now it's here, and I think that would be 3 or 4 more inches, maybe just 2 or 3 inches. Anyway, why do I have a wig on my head? And I'm the YouTuber that's against weaves and wigs. Okay, the reason I did it is because of versatility, because of my acting career. If you've watched any movies or television shows, you have a variety of looks for women of color. So, guess what a sister has to do? I've got to provide them as well. I have to be prepared for it so that when I do get a part, that I'm ready to let them know what I'm willing to do with my hair. Which is, I'm not willing to let them do anything with my hair. So what does that mean? That means I would have to wear a wig. So what does that mean? I can't leave it up to them to pick the wig and to do whatever I'm gonna do. So from audition to being on the set and to, you know, makeup and hair, I need to be ready for it. So first of all, you know, I have to have different options for what I can show them that I can wear, and I also, which is within my castability and what I am going for. There needs to be different looks. And more I'm hearing that since I am older than I was when I was more heavily into my acting. 2011 was when I kind of died down. It was like 2014 when I literally kind of died down a little bit and took a break and came back. But never fully stopped, but just kind of cooled off a little bit, and now I'm full swing again, is that I had the weave then. So I think that was very versatile to a lot of the casting directors and everybody, because they can see, they can visualize what they can do, and they had something to work with, and it didn't really bother me what they did with it. You know, they could straighten it if they wanted to, they could leave it like it was, and it turned out that they really liked that look. Well, since I've changed my look, I am married to my look. Like, it means so much to me that I've gotten to a point where I love my natural hair so much that, you know, I wish I could do everything with it, and I don't see why anybody else doesn't love it. But the truth is that we still have a long way to go in the natural hair community when it comes down to film and television. It turns out that, you know, there are still a lot of shows out there and, you know, opportunities that are really looking for straighter hair, simply put. And there is some kind of a message you do give with your hair. We all know that. That's why we're so into hair. So I'm just giving you an understanding as to why I ended up having to get a wig, because I just feel like, I mean, there was one audition I went to where they were like, oh, can we cut your hair? What can we do? And I had this long speech like, look, if you wanted, you could do this too, and you could do that, but no, you can't. And I was just thinking, okay, that's a little much. So just to make it easier for everybody, I figured from the beginning, I'm going to give options to them of what I can do if they need me to do it. And then from there, if they want to do more, fine, but it needs to be something within what I feel comfortable with. So I decided it's time for me to get a wig, because that just leaves out, then they'll never know how sensitive I am to my natural hair. It's that whole don't touch my hair thing. Like, how are you going to be an actress and do this, you know? So now I mean, I've had a nice hiatus where I was able to just be myself, enjoy my natural hair, just be me, do whatever. But now that I am in the performing arts, I'm, you know, really heavily into it, I have to kind of compromise. So I'm joining a lot of you that already have been compromising because, you know, it's your job or something. You know, the camera's really close this time, but because I'm getting a new studio area and I only have a little bit set up, so I don't really not ready to show you the rest of it yet. But and I want you to see up close what you think of this wig. For my first time installing, I think I did a good job. So we're going to talk about that too. But I just want to give you an explanation as to, you know, what's been going on with me is that I've had to make some decisions. Like, I am not willing to let them blow dry my hair. I don't touch my hair. I'm going to get a t-shirt when I walk on the set. Don't touch my hair. So I am, you know, technically it looks like I'm actually kind of abandoning my natural, you know, look or whatever, but in actuality I'm protecting my natural hair because I just want to be able to do what I'm here to do. My cat's bugging me. Do what I'm here to do as an actress and let it be about my acting and not about you know, me fighting about my hair. I don't want to spend the whole time figuring out, you know, what to do with my hair. And I don't really think I want to deal with the idea that, why don't you want to blow dry your hair? Why don't you want to, I'm not blow drying my hair and I'm not perming it and I'm not dyeing it and I'm not cutting it. I'm not doing anything to it. Okay? Maybe for $1 million, maybe, but I've worked too hard and that's just the thing. So I've reached a crossroad where it's like, how do I send the message that I am open to do anything in terms of, like, you know, any different look, but this is how it has to be done. It has to be done in a wig. So that brings me to, so this is why I have a wig on, because it's time for me to start, you know, experimenting with wigs and finding out what's going to match my natural look and everything so that I can present it, let them know, look, there's some options here. If you don't want the curly, we have the straight, you know what I mean? And I need to give those options. The other thing is I ordered the real first wig I ordered and it hadn't gotten here yet, but I have auditions to go to. So I figured, okay, I'm just going to go locally and go get a nice wig. And this is a human haired wig. I think it's bra length, just about bra length. It's a nice density. I know there's a number for that, but I don't have the package with me, so I can't tell you that. But I could definitely come back in later and put it in the description when I find it. But this is a frontal lace wig, and I did everything myself. I've been studying for the past 2 days. Let me see, the past 2 days. And I've been doing a lot of studying on YouTube. I went to the other YouTube world of wigs and units, is what they call it. And I learned how to install my own unit. Isn't that exciting? So I've always been against wigs and straight hair, so this is really a jump for me. The other thing is my nails. I decided to go neutral with my nails also. So I'm trying to just get myself, you know, marketable in a position where it's like, oh, I can see her I can see with a ponytail. You know, so you got to kind of give them some help so they can see that, you know, you're not, just because you see me right now like this with a big curly hair afro doesn't mean it's impossible for me to have straight hair. So let me give you a picture of me with straight, you know what I mean? So I have to give these different options. But the thing with acting is that if they pick this picture, I have to come in like this, you know? So that's how it works. And if they are looking for this look and they fall in love with that look and they want me on the set, but then when they get me on set, they're going to put rollers all in my hair and they're going to do all kinds of crazy stuff and be like, go for it. On the wig, you can go for it. So I feel like this is going to be my safe bet for my career. And I totally now can see where you're coming from. If you're dealing with some things with your career, it's on the one hand not fair, but when you think about it, maybe that boss or that owner or, you know, for me, that production company has an image that they're looking at. I don't know. When I make it to the top, then I will make the rules. Yes. And y'all coming with me. But in the meantime, we gotta win in Rome, right? Anyway, so on the outside, this is what's going on, but girl, wait till I tell you what's going on in the inside. First of all, I did this myself. Don't you think for the first wig, I installed this really well? Now I have really strong lights on me right now, so you can see everything now. But let me know, do you think I did a good job? Don't you think I did good? Looks like a Dominican blowout, right? Look, I decided I wanted you to see me combing it. Look at that. Doesn't it look like a Dominican blowout? I wanted it to look very natural, and if you want to know how I did it, I could definitely do a video all about it, but I could just tell you right now that I learned a lot about installing wigs. So first of all, I'm an expert with natural hair because I've been doing, natural hair. I'm an expert with my hair, natural hair, but I'm an expert with fake hair. So fake hair is my thing. I've been doing that since I was 14. I can make fake hair look real. And because that's what I've been spending my whole life doing. I just always hated wigs. I don't like wigs, but now it turns out that I don't like wiggy looking wigs, if that makes any sense, because I like it to look natural. So this to me is natural for my first wig, first install, I guess. So this is what I did. I bleached the knots. I actually know that term. And then I put my foundation on my parts. I studied how natural parts fall for people who have, natural hair. And I found out, that they don't really get crazy with having perfect parts. And they don't lay the edges. So that's why, and I wouldn't either. I thought about how I wear my hair when I'm wearing my natural hair. I don't really care how straight the part is. And I don't really lay my edges. So why would I do it with fake hair? It actually might make it look even more fake. So that's what I did. So so that's that. And then I bleached the knots, and then so then I found a dark stocking cap, tried that didn't work. But from the beginning, I already had an idea that no one ever had, which is a satin bonnet under my wig. I'm wearing a satin bonnet under my wig. I can't lift it right now because I have this glued down with, it's not real glue, of course, because I thought that was insane. With this, I'm using what everybody else has been using, which is the Got to Be Glued Blasting Freeze Spray. So it took me for a while to figure out how to use this because it's not natural. You know me, I'm a naturalist, and I just didn't feel comfortable having this on my skin. So once I just said, forget it, let me just do this, I sprayed a lot, and then I blow dried it a lot, and then it stuck finally. So this does work. You just got to put a lot on your hair. And I saw a lot of different techniques, and I picked one that worked, and I just kind of stuck with it, kept going, and did as much as I could. So it's on my head now. Now it's not fully on my head because I don't have bobby pins or anything, because this is just for auditions. This is just for on the set, whatever. I am going to go out with this on because I do need to feel comfortable with the hair. I need to, be comfortable moving it so I'm not looking stiff when I'm actually doing it on the set, So, I also plucked I plucked it right here to make it a little thin. I plucked it all around in the front. I'm sure I could do more because it's my first time. I was kind of nervous about doing too much. I followed a girl. Her name is, let me get my phone because I want to get the girl's name. Her name is Miss Precious Marie. I followed her, and then, what's the other girl's name? Is it Larissa Andrea? No, yeah, Larissa Andrea was another one. And then there was Glam's Corner. I think that's the three. So Glam's Corner and Miss Precious Marie were the two big ones I was watching. And then I stumbled upon the girl Lauracia Andre. Okay? So I just saw those were the main ones I was looking at for natural fronts, for, not showing your part. And I think I did really good. So I really studied her, and then I saw another girl. And then I did a lot of research on, the best wig to get and everything. So guess what I decided to do? I ordered Miss Precious Marie's, her collaboration, and I forgot what the name of the company is, but I'll show you down in the description rather. And she collabed with a company to create her own idea, just like I always have my idea. Like, I have an idea that I'm going to make public right now, is that a way to put satin bonnet underneath the wig in order to protect your hair. Let's just stop and think about this for a minute before I tell you about Miss Precious Marie. If everyone has been saying that we need to have our heads, just think about it. I'm like the satin queen, you know me, right? Because of my crown and everything. I'll even put a plastic bag on my chair. So obviously, if we're supposed to wear satin and silk scarves on the bed. We're supposed to be wearing it under our hats. We're supposed to be wearing it if we touch any cloth. Why wouldn't we wear it under the wig? So I'm just going to be the first to say that I'm going to invent wearing a satin bonnet or some kind of satin or silk material, silk or satin material underneath the wig to protect your hair, because all it's going to do is suck out all of my oil. So I may have invented that. So since I invented that, then I'm going to start doing it, and I'm going to just learn more and more how to do it well, and maybe, maybe I'll sell it one day. Anyway, so she invented a way to have a fake scalp wig. All right. So over the years, a lot has gotten better with wigs. A lot has happened with wigs where wigs have become better and better and better. When I first saw wig tutorial was way back when I first started looking on YouTube for my natural hair. And I believe that was 2016, around then, because I was kind of lost trying to do it by myself. And it was probably early 2016. All of that year, I was really trying to figure it out. And I would stumble upon the wigs, and I look at them doing those wigs, and I'm like, that is hard. It was like making a dress, They had this like the head, and then you turn it over, and then you do this, and you do this part with this part. I was getting dizzy, and I just stopped watching them. And I said, that is not me. First of all, I don't like wigs anyway. But let me give them a couple of years to work them kinks out. Maybe I'll come back and see where everybody lands. You know how I am. The natural hair community and the African American community in general, whether it's fake hair or real, we will work through kinks and figure stuff out. So give us some time. And by the time, if you leave and come back in a year, there'll already be something new made. This woman, she did it also as a DIY, but then she decided to take her idea and collaborate with someone and created a wig, and other people have copied it, and our community is purchasing from it, I believe. I decided I'm going to purchase from the person who came up with the idea, and that is Miss Precious Marie. I purchased her wig where she had all these ideas of what to do with it to make it a fake scalp, where it just looks like a real scalp. She had this idea with a stocking cap and all this stuff, and she did it the hard way, but then she collaborated, and now she made it into a wig. It's a really expensive wig. I purchased it last weekend, but I haven't gotten it yet, and I have auditions to go to. So I decided, let me just go locally. I'm in Atlanta, so it shouldn't be that hard, and go to a wig store and get myself a wig just in the meantime. That other wig, I believe, may end up being much longer and more glamorous, and I just want to take really good care of it. So this will be kind of my everyday one that I might even just wear if I want to just wear it, you know what I mean? Because it looks more like my natural hair. My hair is not too far from being this length, and so this is kind of going to be my when I blow my hair out look, you know what I mean? Because it's the color of my hair, it's light, it's not too thick. So this could be it looks close to me, right? So I just wanted to tell you all about all of that. There was something else I wanted to tell you. Oh yeah, another thing about me wearing the straight hair is that, I don't know if I said this, I probably stopped saying it. I started talking about some other things, but with the acting community, I was talking about how hair has a connotation, and it says something, but the way that we've learned it has always been for Caucasian, but we can still kind of translate it for ourselves. That's what I was saying before, which is curly hair comes across as being funny, like you're really funny, flighty, fun, having fun, and just not serious. Straight hair is considered serious, and of course, back in the day, having wild hair, that means crazy, that means out there, maybe, who knows, having issues and all that kind of stuff. Well, now we're in a different place. We found out that out there hair is kinky curly hair, possibly. So what does that mean? It hasn't been defined. I have my own definition of what I think happens when I see big, beautiful curls, but anyone who has been raised in the 60s and 70s and they are white and they saw the Black Panther movement or anything like that, anything that has to do with fighting for our rights, we went natural. Everyone was going natural, really, but when we went natural, we were seen as, fighting, standing up for ourselves, against things that were going against, for civil rights movement and anything that was going against us as a people. So when the first time a white person saw us was with the big hair and the fist and being strong and everything. Now that's gone. Now this new generation, and I'm going to clump myself with the new generation, even though I'm older. I was a baby during that time. So I'm joining in on this with the young kids because I never got to experience it either, you know? So I do it now, and anyone over 60 that's white, they have a different response to it. And it's just the way their mind has just been set. And normally I wouldn't care about that. It just so happens, though, that I'm in a field where there's a lot of people over 60 that they're having a hard time, I believe, understanding what we see as beautiful and what most people see as beautiful these days. Because I think sexy is Foxy Brown sexy. I mean, to me, that's sexy. But I think the film and television world thinks this is sexy. I'm not sure. But what I got to do is we got to find a place where we meet so that I can have this conversation. Otherwise, I'm having it only with you all and by myself. So anyway, I don't mind having straight hair. You know, it's not going to kill me to just have straight hair. It's just that I prefer full, big, pretty, curly, kinky hair. Or just curly or just kinky, it doesn't matter. I like life in the hair. This looks dead to me, and it to me is too serious. So there is something to that whole curly, big hair thing that means busy and fun and happy too. And I think that's more, to me, that's how I've always seen myself. I always saw myself as, well, I have a really serious side. I do have a really serious side. I don't take myself too serious sometimes. I feel like I like to feel light and fun. And to me, that curly hair just represents that. And I just love natural stuff. I like things to look natural. Now, if your hair is naturally straight, then it's beautiful to me. If it's naturally curly, it's beautiful. I just like things to look natural. So that's probably why I do a good job with making fake hair look natural, because I like naturalness. I like the way it looks natural. So speaking of that, I'd love for y'all to comment below and let me know, do you think I did a good job for first install? I actually did all of this myself. I made the parts look good. I mean, I started off with a decent wig because this is 100% natural hair. It's a frontal lace, and I had to cut the lace out. I had to dye the knots. I had to do the foundation in here, find a way to do a part plucked on the sides. And I've already done this video, so if I'm repeating myself, excuse me. And I just had to do it all by myself. It didn't look so great the first day. And then I had to somehow keep this on my head, even though I have a satin bonnet underneath. And I sewed my satin bonnet in a way that it fits really well. So I want to show you how I did all that stuff. I want to go through all that so you can see it. But I've already done this one, so I'd have to wait till I do another one to show you how I pluck and cut the thing and everything. Now, I do plan on doing unboxing with you when I get the Precious Marie's hair. I want to do an unboxing, and I'm glad that I'm doing this video first, so you're not completely surprised that I'm doing a wig unboxing, because I'm somebody who has always been against wearing fake hair but loving your natural hair. Just to say something towards that, my belief, if we're going to go into this world of fake hair and makeup, because that's something else I'm going to be bringing more to you, because of I have to do makeup, I have to look a certain way and everything. Stay within what your natural features are and what you naturally have. If I blew dry my natural hair, it would look very similar to this. Very, very similar. So that means I'm within the healthy place for my mind of wearing something fake, right? If I don't wear fake eyelashes. I don't know if I ever will, but if I do, I'm going to try and make them just a little bit of an extension of what God has already given me. My eyes, makeup, just very close to what I already have. If I already have cheekbones, well, I'm accenting what I already have. My lips, things like that. If you go too far, distorting your look, and then fall in love with that look, then when you take it off, you can't tell me that something isn't happening mentally about how you feel about yourself. I think that's a healthy way to wear fake things, but still love what you have. Don't let it be too far away from your natural look. If I wasn't trying to, do the straight for my acting, I would have chosen a wig that looked just like my hair but longer. Not straight, because I never really liked straight hair. I don't know why. I don't even know why. Well, my kids tell me, they say I look very different. They've seen me their whole lives. I've worn fake hair their whole lives, but I've always worn their whole lives. Their whole lives. I think I said that right. Anyway, I've always worn curly hair their whole lives. Their whole lives. I think I gotta find out if that sounds right. Anyway, most of their lives. I like that better. For most of their lives, I've worn curly hair. And so they've always seen that lively curly hair look and everything. That's my look. I wore a straight hair, what do you call it, invisible braids once, and I wasn't crazy about it. I don't think it does a whole lot for me. I don't think it does a whole lot for me, but I think it's really pretty in its own right. I think in its own right, it's very pretty to have straight hair. And if I look like I'm used to it, it's because I'm more used to having long hair than I am having short hair, because I've had long hair my whole life, fake long hair. But what my daughter was telling me, and my husband and my son, is that it looks like I look exotic. Like, you can see that I have other things in my culture, and it brings it out more probably. And I think when I have hair that's any straighter than my natural hair, which my hair is already curly, it starts to tell the story of the other cultures that are in my genes, which would be the Native American, and I think there's white and Native American. That's all I know other than African, because there's like an exotic look that shows and everything. And so when I used to wear the weave, people say, "Where are you from? Where are you from?" And I thought to myself, why do they think that? They always think I'm from somewhere else. Everyone always thought I was from somewhere else. And so I think when I took it out, maybe it brought out more of my African features. I'm not sure. I know it brought out my eyes more and my smile when I wore shorter hair. But I really can have a completely different look depending on what my hair looks like. My hair can change certain things in my face. I'm still trying to figure out myself what's going on. But when my kids tell me, they say it makes me look more like my friend, like Trinidadian or something like that, like West Indian or something like that. So, but that I believe is from the Native American, because I think Trinidadians, they have Native American in them, so I think it's the same thing that they're seeing in me. So I do have a lot of Native American. My grandfather was all, I believe, Native American, Cherokee, Indian. And my grandmother was, I think, all African. I'm not sure, but that's just my mother's side of the family. And then my father's side, I'm not quite sure everything. I know they're African American, but I don't know what else. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say about the hair. I just wanted to just have this talk with you, let you know that the crazy things are happening. I can't believe I'm doing something that never thought I would do, but it's kind of fun because I love my craft. I love acting. I love dancing. I love performing, and dressing up is part of what we do. And I can't wait to share with you my different dress up wigs and makeup and styling. And I might even share with you some acting monologues if you're interested. So anyway, thank you for joining in with me today, and look forward to seeing my unboxing when I get my wig in the mail, my Miss Precious Marie's wig in the mail. I can't wait to get that. And enjoy the rest of my 8 pounds in 8 days. I apologize if it's taking a long time. It's just the editing, and that's just how that works. Anyway, I love you guys so much. I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye. Please comment below and let me know what you think of my hair. Okay, bye.